I've just caught my breath because I've literally just stopped this minute from pruning. My helper to do the polytunnel, to wash the polytunnel on the outside, didn't turn up today, so I've just gotten on with things, and I'll show you what I've been doing. So you can see there's a lot more cleared up there. I've hard pruned back the spirea. So that's the spirea there, which is called bridal wreath, and the spirea in there, which is the basic one, whatever it's called. Cut lots more willow. I've given a little prune to the cordyline, she says with glee. Gosh, I've got the wheelbarrow full of cuttings and plants to go and plant. I've cut back the Senecio here, given it a really hard cut back because that comes back wonderfully well. I've got all the logs down, the poles down from up there, and I've cleared all the stuff from here, so I've done a lot of chipping and shredding, and you can see in here, got a lot more logs done. Didn't show you this the other day. It was just a little wreath that I made it a few days ago, just playing about, you know, with the willow. So the log pile is coming on well, very pleased with that. I've got more chippings in here. We'll go around the front because I've managed to spread chippings, shreddings all across the new bed. Jack sees an opportunity now to be daft. So, oh, not all the way over, I've got that little bit to do, but you can see where I'm going with it. So I'll put more compost and stuff on the top, so it's all going to build up that bed beautifully. Now, I'm in desperate need of a cup of tea, but I thought I would just make this little video so it could be loading up whilst I light the stove, which I haven't done yet because I got straight into work this morning. Whilst I light the stove and boil the kettle. So this is the big project now that I'm working on. So you can see why I'm out of breath and a bit exhausted. So it's a case of look at it. Looks like one of those punk haircuts, doesn't it? But I'm having to go right up to the top of the ladder, which is a bit dodgy, with these big loppers here, and I'm lopping away. It's essential that I get this done because we could be in for an early spring, and I don't want the birds to be nesting in this and then me starting to cut it back. Well, I wouldn't cut it back once they're nesting, you know. So this is the sense of urgency now that's about me, that I've got to get this done. I can take this laurel back, I mean literally to a skeletal framework, and it'll be green again inside, you know, a month or so, because it's very fast growing, very fast growing. So, and of course you can grow it from cuttings, and this is the laurel, you know, because a lot of people think that the bay is laurel. Well, it's a form of laurel, but it's actually sweet bay. So you can see here the flowers coming out on it, which means really, hey, you got to give it a prune. So the big bit, once I've finished all this, which I'm hoping to do today, is then clearing up all the laurel and finding places to put it. But I think I'll just kind of lay it along the bank on the other side of the ditch up there, and it'll all just go back into the earth, you know. So there we go. I think I do deserve a cuppa now. Do you know, I might make myself a cup of coffee, because I think that would just be, it would kind of feel a bit naughty, and I've been working so hard that I need to feel a little bit indulged. Look at my beautiful Buddha there, look, with all the lovely moss growing over his head, and it's like a wee cloak. Isn't that beautiful? Just beautiful. No, I got a few emails recently, and thank you for emails. I do read them, but very, very rarely do I get the chance to respond to them. I mean, for me, there's not enough hours in the day. But a lot of them was actually just thanking me, for all the videos I'm putting up. Well, it's like this, and I think this needs to be said, okay? I feel, as a former permaculturalist, and I'm now, of course, goddess permaculture, but I'm still a permaculturalist in essence, because that's what my whole way of thinking is all about. It's just been given a heightened sense of awareness with goddess permaculture, and you understand that, I'm sure. But there is a huge need for show and tell in permaculture. There's not enough of it happening. You see, because I go onto permaculture sites and people are just reposting stuff, and a lot of it is from south of the equator. And I think that here in north of the equator, in this climate, people are searching for advice on how to grow and how to do permaculture within this climate. And that's primarily why I keep on putting out videos. And that's why I've been doing this. I've been writing blogs. I've been on social media since 2005, I think. I remember having dial-up, jing, 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 dial-up internet. So that's how long I've been doing it. And all the videos and all the blogs on the website and everything that I do is advertisement free. There is absolutely no corporate interference on any level whatsoever. And this was why when I began writing the book A Cottage and 3 Acres and made the transition to writer, to author, and ultimately to publisher, even at that point, actually especially at that point, I was determined not to allow the corporation into this world on any level whatsoever, and that's why I saved up the money and paid hard cash up front to have my books and ultimately everything else that I've done printed, not just here in Ireland, but printed locally. Because you've got to walk the walk. There's too many people out there talking and not enough people walking. And I would urge anyone who's watching this video and who is involved in permaculture to please start documenting your work and start putting it out there regularly on social media, because this is what is going to change the world. And if you feel that what I'm saying is right, because a lot of people are saying to me, I feel very inspired by Bealtaine Cottage. Inspiration is the very first step in creativity, to be inspired. That's how we change everything. That's how we change the world. So, especially to all those within the permaculture community in the UK and Ireland, please start documenting what it is you're doing and putting it out there. If I can do this social media thing when I don't even have an internet connection, all I have is a hotspot on my phone, right? That's all I have. If I can do it, and dare I say, a woman on her own, and dare I add, a grandmother of coming up to 64, if I can do it and still have time for kind of a life, well, this is my life, I love it, then please consider putting it out there. Because I regularly go onto social media and I'm searching out permaculture, because I'm looking for inspiration too. It's a cyclical thing, it's a cycle. Anyway, there you go. Was that a rant? I didn't mean it to be a rant. I think I began to feel like it was a rant. So on this, look at him looking at me saying, yes, it was a bloody rant and you know it. So on this note, I'm going to go in and make myself a cup of coffee. I might even just boil the kettle, because I don't know if I can hold out for that kettle to boil on a stove that hasn't been lit thus far. Oh, look at all the light coming through there. It's wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. And the birds singing and everything, just, you know, feeling good. Hard work and getting chores done, for me, feels really good. So, back over there, once I'm fueled up with some coffee. Blessings to you all.